Hey, back again, and today we're going to be talking about a wallet made by a company called Dango. Not Django, not the other Django, called Dango. Put a picture like right here, and it's called the M1 Maverick bifold wallet, and it's pretty different. It's interesting. It's got some interesting functionality to it. Check this out. So if I just reach right, and there you go. There it is. That's what we're going to be talking about today. And yeah. So why a wallet? Why are we talking about a wallet today? What kind of sets it apart is it's about the same size as a regular wallet, right? Like it's about the same size as an average wallet. There's an aluminum chassis on the inside of this that the whole system is built around, and it's cool because it's all components that are modularized that you can replace or switch out if you want to, like if you want to put something different. It's made out of 6061 aluminum, which I guess is a really good aluminum for things that you're going to carry around and stuff. And this one is made out of a material called D-Tex, which is kind of like a tarp-like material. It's rubberized and fairly waterproof and really well stitched. Dango makes stuff. This is my second wallet that they make, and their stuff is built to last. I had the other one for a pretty long time and it held up really well. And so far this one has been doing great. Like it's been holding together perfectly. So the thing that makes this a little bit cool and odd, and it might not be everybody's thing, right? Like right off the bat, I'm guessing that like 75% of the people that watch this is not going to be your deal. But for 25%, for those 25% of people that are into kind of like weird wallets and like odd little gadgets, this will probably be something that catches your attention. The thing that's really cool about it is built into it, it's got two multi-tools, right? So you got one, it's a card-based tool that has a whole bunch of different stuff on it. And then the clasp on it is also another multi-tool, right? And they're right there in your wallet, which you're gonna have on you anyway, right? So there are times in life when, you know, you're just in a rush and, you know, you don't have a multi-tool on you or whatever, or a knife. Yeah, it's just nice to have something for backup, right? It's just nice to have something when you need it, right? It's got all the regular bells and whistles of like a card utility tool. There's a bottle opener and pry bar, and there's an O2 wrench on there, which is kind of unique. Yeah, there's a bunch of different stuff. Yeah, I really like little gadgets and tools and stuff because I always feel there's a quote that failing to plan is planning to fail. I've always really liked that one, and it's true in life. Like it's true that if you don't have stuff on you, you know, you might get stuck unaware. Plus, you know, I don't know, I like weird knick-knacky little gadgets and stuff. Super cool wallet, super cool company. I've talked with them back and forth a couple times just in buying things from them, and they've been really courteous and very quick to answer questions, and it just seemed like a really good group of people. So yeah, let's go head over to the bench and check it out. All right, man, you ready? Because I'm gonna throw it. I'm waiting. Whew, had some heat on it. Before we get too far into this review, I always forget to do this, but I have not been paid by this company at all. I just did this because I like their products, and I thought it was something other people might like to check out. Just a little disclaimer. Oh, and I wanted to say, if you're new to the channel, welcome to checking out my reviews. And if you've been here for a while, welcome back. And thanks for sticking with me. And yeah, let's get into this review. Right off the bat, it's got a pretty ample amount of storage space in here, and it's kind of up to you as the user what you want to use. So I was showing you those tools that are on here. There's a bunch of multi-tools that are part of the wallet, and it's I mean, you don't have to use them all, even like the buckle. All that stuff's removable. So all closed up, it looks like this. All my cards are blue painter's tape redacted because some smart ass out there is gonna run off with my driver's license or my debit card and put me in debt. So that's why all my cards look real weird. But yeah, so you got, you know, one in the front. These are, you know, it's nothing super crazy. I like how they did it on the outside of the wallet. So you got one card here. You can just use your thumb to pull it out, the traction from your thumb, but it keeps it in there tight. Like it's not coming out. It's not coming out anytime soon. It's not going anywhere, right? The material is rubberized. Like the material of the wallet itself is rubberized, so it keeps stuff in there pretty well. But when you need it, you can just slip it out. If you have something, for some reason, that's being stubborn, if you pull this little safety clip right there and push that, you can push it from the bottom. And so you got two cards in there. I got one in the front and I got one in the back. So you got those two spaces. You can probably, here, let's see if I double stack them up. I don't do this, but you probably, yeah, you could easily fit multiple cards. I don't carry a lot of cash or a lot of cards on me. Like I don't carry a lot of like grocery store cards, or like I use my phone number for everything. It's way easier for me. But you could fit more stuff in here. Like you could very easily fit 4. So you could fit 2 right there. You could fit another 2 right there. So you could fit 4 cards in the front if you want. I just fit 2 because that's all I need, right? I have a debit card and a credit card right there. They're easy to get out. I don't ever really move this. Like for the most part, one thing I really like about this wallet, the way they designed it, is if you don't use cash a lot, you don't really ever have to open this. Like you just, you know, if you get your card out. One of the things I have in here is my, there's an RFID card for my building that I live in, and it reads through here, so I just leave it in there and just hold this up against the reader, you know, just like that, and it reads it, so it makes it easy. But yeah, you don't have to open it up. On the other side, I always keep my driver's license on that side. Yikes. I ain't showing you guys that. It just slides in. You got a window, so you know, if you had your picture right there, you could put your driver's license in there, and it's easy to see. And then once you open that up, it goes into the main compartment of the wallet. I don't carry a ton of cash on me. I usually have some just in case. There's like literally nothing worse in the entire world than like sitting in a line for a really long time, and then you see that sign, you know, like sorry, cash only or whatever. You don't have any cash on you, so I like to carry a little bit of cash on me, but you know, not a whole lot. And I just keep it rolled and then tucked under. There's a rubber, like a silicone band right here. It's cool. They sell replacement ones too. If you ever, like, if this breaks or you want a different color, they sell them in like a billion different colors. You can swap this out, but it's good for retaining stuff. Like it keeps the money in there and you don't have to worry about it falling out. Like it's not gonna go flying, you know, out of there anytime soon. But there is a plate right behind here that goes between the money and the multi-tool that's in here. And it actually has little teeth built into it, so it won't slide all the way out, but it goes about that far if you slide it up. And then behind that is the multi-tool. And one thing I like about that a lot, what they did is, so there's a bottle opener on the top. Everything has to have a bottle opener, right? Like every multi-tool. So this one is no exception. So there's a bottle opener right here, and there's these little teeth, like right here and here, right? And if I take this apart, so this is an aluminum plate. I really like that they made this out of aluminum and not plastic. Like I thought that was a nice move. It just, you know, it's gonna last longer. It's not gonna get beat up. It just feels better too. This whole thing has a very premium feel to it that I really like about it. So if you take this out of the way, if you look in here, these little teeth right here that are on the tool, there's one set right here and there's a set right there. They lock into these channels right there. You can see without that plate in the way, you can see how they lock in. So that just keeps it there. So if you want to use the bottle opener, you just go to that first channel right there, and now it's firmly in place. So it's not going to go anywhere. Even more so with the plate. If you have the plate in place, that's, you know, it's designed to do that. There's like little kind of fluted, carved out areas on the bottom right there that slot in. And so now you have it there, and it's actually a pretty solid bottle opener when it's all put together like that. So if you open that up, you got it right there. So that's secured, that's in the wallet, folds up like that. And then if you move up one, you got the bottle opener. And then from there you can move up again, and now the multi-tool's out, right? So it works as a stop to keep the whole thing from coming out. And you have a plethora of shenanigans on here. You got there's a cord cutter right here, so it's sharpened on one side. So on the back here, you got a nail puller, so that works like the back of a hammer. So if you want to get underneath, and not this nail, if you want to get underneath a nail, you can pull. You leverage, kind of like a little tiny crowbar. You got a pry bar right here, so that part is not sharpened. If you look real close, you might be able to see it, but there actually is no edge on there, right? Which is it's kind of crucial to the design too, because when this thing's in there, if there was an edge, it would cut through the retention strap on the bottom. It would cut through here, but it's not sharpened. So, but this edge right here is. This edge is actually sharp. It's a bevel grind, so it's only one-sided, but it does go all the way down to the edge of the tool right here. And then you got a serrated sawtooth edge right here. They're not like super crazy aggressive, but they definitely do the job through like hard plastic or something. If it were a rope, if you had to saw through string or rope or something, or zip ties, like that would do it. You got an O2 wrench right here. So right there, that's for an oxygen tank. Most people aren't gonna need that on a daily basis, but if you do need that, that's a big deal, right? And you got these two grip holes right here. So if you really needed to torque on that, or you could put one finger through, or even hold it from the side, however you wanted to hold it. But if you need to open an oxygen tank, that's a big deal. You don't, you know, do that for nothing. That's someone's in some serious trouble. So it's good to have something that you can open an oxygen wrench with. Then you got a bit driver right here. Let me see if I can get a bit out. So a bit driver fits standard size bits. So they don't lock in there, but you could use that as leverage to turn on something, right? Like, so you could use that to hold on, you know, very carefully, because you got a bunch of really pokey stuff around there, but it gives you some traction. It's much better than trying to turn it with your hands or something, you know? But yeah, so you got a bit driver. There's a rope tensioner, so you run cord through here, down here, and then you can use these teeth to lock it down. And then you got a bottle opener on this side. And you know, it's not it's not massively crazy. It's not like you got a chainsaw in here and a blowtorch, but it's cool to have like extra stuff just in case. I've used this many times. The other day I was scraping some glue off of something. I was gluing something together and I got glue all over it, so I used the pry bar side right there to cut some glue. I've used this cutter a couple times to cut cordage. Yeah, I've never used the bit driver on here, but you could. I mean, I usually have a screwdriver on me, so I don't really need it, but if I didn't have that screwdriver, it would do the job. And I've used the bottle opener quite a few times on here, so. And I know what you're gonna say, you know, hey Dave, I don't wanna take apart my whole wallet just to get a beer. You know, like if I'm in a bar, I don't have to get my wallet out of my pocket and like open this whole thing up and like take my cash out and get this card out. Well, they were smart about that. So the retention clip that's on here, right here, all you gotta do is just pop that out with your thumb, like so. And this little guy, there's a little opening right there, slides off right there. You don't even have to really take it off the wallet if you didn't want to, but this functions as a bottle opener, a little mini pry bar. You got a precision screwdriver on this side, flathead, and a precision Phillips, like 2 smaller ones, which is nice. And then you can use that as a bottle opener or a bit driver. So that also works with bits just the way the other one did. It's a little precarious. There's not a lot to grab onto there, but it's better than nothing, you know? But you know, that is assuming that you would have to have bits with you. You know, you're gonna have to have, or you know, if someone has a toolbox or something, although if they have a toolbox, they're gonna have screwdrivers, so that's stupid. And then when you wanna put that back on, it just goes in like that. And it does seem like that would fall out easy. I've never had it fall out, ever. I've never had it fall off once, and it does a phenomenal job of keeping retention on the bifold right here on the flap. Does a great job. What else do I want to go over? Blup, 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 blup. So yeah, that's just kind of a quick overview of what's going on in here. They are a little bit pricey. I think the base model, like the cheapest one of this version, starts at around $100, and like the higher level ones go for about $150. I like quirky, strange wallets. It's been a long time thing. I've always liked weird wallets. The way I found out about this company was the first wallet they ever made was on Kickstarter, and I ended up crowdfunding that and buying one, and I liked it a lot. It had a similar concept where it had a tool built into the wallet. But and this is like another version of that, but I like their innovation. Dango does a really good job coming up with new stuff. They just started selling watches a little while ago. They're kind of branching out. They sell belts and wallets and watches, but cool little company. Like they do some really interesting stuff. If you haven't checked out their site, I'll put a link somewhere around here, although you can't click it. It'll be in the description, and then I'll just post it on here so you can see it. Yeah, one thing I like about them a lot too is that, so they sell this wallet. This one is the, what's it called? D-Tex. Mine is a material called like D-Tex, but they also make it in leather, black, and kind of a tan. They make a bunch of different finishes of the wallet. And it's cool because it's all held together by these little tiny Allen screws that are right here. You can see, there's what, 8 of them on this side. I think that's it. I think there's just the 8, and it's holding them together. But if you want to, you can order, they'll sell like the strap that's on here, the multi-tool, the actual outside of the wallet, everything. You can buy, if you buy this chassis, you can switch the band. Like if you just decide, like this one came with like a green colored band, if you wanted it to be red or black or whatever, like orange, whatever color you want it to be. They're really cool about offering everything separate, so you don't have to buy a whole nother wallet. And then if you want to replace the outside part, you can buy, I've done that with the first one, the Kickstarter one. So originally when I got it, it was black leather and I switched it to brown leather, but they sell all the different outside parts, which I think is really cool. So far it's worn really well. I've had this for a pretty long time. I got it like literally the week they announced it. I'm not sure how long I've had it now for, but that had to be back before Christmas or something. But I've had it for a while and it's holding up really well. The green color on here is Cerakote. If you're not familiar with Cerakote, it's a really resistant type of paint. And this has been holding up well. You can see where it's starting to kind of wear. I actually like it. I like it when my stuff gets a little worn. You can see where the Cerakote is wearing off a little bit on here, but I actually like it. It gives it a really interesting look. Like it actually shows the metal through the paint, which I think is pretty cool looking. So as it ages, it actually starts looking cooler, which I think is pretty snazzy. So then you can see, I don't know, they got their company logo on the back right there. There's another one kind of just stamped in right there. But yeah, it's a slick looking design. I like the way they laid everything out. It's a smart design. I was trying to take everything out of here so you can see what it looks like just completely empty. And if you wanted to, like I was saying earlier, if you didn't use the multi-tool, you could take that off. You would have this entire little bay right here. It's basically just a metal, I mean, if you wanted to, you could even take this out if you wanted to and just have stuff in there, but you could fit, I don't know how many cards in there. You could fit a lot. If you take all that stuff out, you could fit a ton of cards. You could fit whatever, anything that'll fit in that space. I don't know what you have that you might want to carry in there. But yeah, there's just that cover flap, goes right there to give you kind of like a little pocket, but you don't have to use the multi-tool. And if you don't, you know, it's a little bit thinner. And then if you do use it, just goes in like that. So that's what it looks like when it's just the wallet by itself without any stuff. And I don't have a ton of stuff in mine. So that's basically, I got my driver's license, 2 cards, a door key, and some cash. I don't carry a ton of stuff on me. I'm pretty light when it comes to moving stuff around, and I don't use cash very often, so that keeps, you know, my weight down a lot too. I don't have like a lot of cards or receipts and stuff. But yeah, and then we'll load it back up again. Really easy to put stuff into too. I really like that. It's just very easy to get. If you go to the airport and you got to get your license out, you know, it's super quick. It's like really quick to get your stuff in and out of your wallet. When you're paying for stuff, very easy to access. And then I just use the silicone band that's on there. That, and then back up again. Yeah, bam. I talked about that. So yeah, in conclusion, I love it. I 5 out of 5 stars. I would totally buy it again. I keep buying their stuff. This is my second wallet from Dango, and I'd buy another one. Pros and cons. I'm gonna start with the cons first, because I keep doing this, and every time I do it, I go with pros, and I kind of like forget to do the cons. Cons, price, it's kind of expensive. It's an expensive wallet. In my head, I look at it as how often do you buy a wallet, right? Like, I actually have a lot of wallets, which I probably shouldn't have. But the average person doesn't buy a wallet that often. So if that's, you know, if you're buying a wallet every month or something, that would add up. But if you buy a wallet every 5 years, you know, it kind of leverages out the price some. Other cons, it is a little heavy. Oh, that was actually something I was gonna do. I got this scale so I can tell you how much stuff weighs. So it weighs nothing. What the hell, scale? Worst scale ever. With all my stuff in it, it weighs 5.95 ounces. Let me take all my, I'm gonna unpack everything again. So with the multi-tool in it and the little clasp, but without any of my stuff inside, it weighs 5.1 ounces. So I don't know how much the average wallet weighs, but it weighs 5.1 ounces. And then if you don't have the multi-tool inside, it weighs 3.7 ounces for just the wallet with the clasp. So that multi-tool weighs 1.45 ounces. So combined, I don't know if I'd say that's a con. It's probably quite a bit heavier than the average just empty leather wallet. Like if you just had a wallet that has nothing in it, you know, and some people really care about pocket weight. I have a bunch of stuff in my pockets all the time that weighs a bunch, and I don't really care. Some people like to have really light amounts of stuff in their pockets. So that could be a con for somebody. It is made out of metal. I don't know if I'd say that's a con. I think it's well, I suck at this pro and con thing. I'm awful at it. I'm racking my brain for any kind of cons, and it's really a personal preference thing. Like for me, I really dig the form factor of this wallet. So for me, the price and the weight and stuff is not a big deal, but it's, you know, person per person. Build quality is great, so I wouldn't say that's a negative. Yeah, I can't think of anything. Capacity. It doesn't fit a ton of stuff in it. Like if you have a whole lot of cards, if you're a person that carries like 16 cards, that could be a tight fit. I don't know what the maximum this could carry is, because we figured out what, you could probably do 4 in the front. I bet you could do like another 3 in here, another 2 in there, 1 in the back. I'd say 8 or 9. I bet you they have that information on their website. They probably say how many that they think you could fit in here. But yeah, for what I carry, it's perfect. Pros, very unique. Extremely good build quality. Like the aluminum's all machined out. It's not cast, it's machined. They did a great job on the machining on it. The design was really innovative. I like a lot of the stuff that they did on here. I tend to gravitate towards things that have a really interesting overall kind of design appeal, and this definitely does the job. Like I just really like how it's put together, the thought that went into it and the purpose that it serves. Side perk, I don't know how many people this will pertain to, but they do sell a kit. I think right now they have some kind of deal where you can get the kit for either a discount or attached to the wallet. But there's a kit that you can put in that makes this into a badge holder. So if you work in like emergency medicine or law enforcement or fire and you have to have a badge displayed on you, they have like a lanyard system that hooks into these 2 clips, and then there's a placard that goes in here and you can attach a badge to, so you could wear this at chest level or wherever you wanted to have it displayed, but you could use your wallet as a badge holder, which is pretty cool. Like it's just more innovation from those guys. They do a great job of thinking up of like interesting little ideas for their products. Yeah. I think that's about it. Tried to keep this one a little bit short and sweet, and hopefully you guys found it informational. Super solid wallet, very unique, kind of a niche market. I could see how it wouldn't be everybody's cup of tea, but I think it's super cool. And if you're on the fence about buying one, I'd say definitely check them out. Like I have zero regrets on the purchase. I bought 2 of them so far, and I'll probably buy another one. So, all right, thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you later. Almost killed my dog. I know, buddy.